Brownton All School reunion. Okay, KDUZ, 60th anniversary. Wally Pickle right there.
How are we doing?
We're doing good, Wally. Good to see you.
Nice seeing you.
Hey, Pat, I'm getting some of the stuff. Tell us when did you work at the radio station?
Well, I was sports director from 1980 to 1988.
Okay.
And left to go into travel. And now I work at the Arboretum.
All right. Any good KDUZ story? Something you want to share?
Well, I do have one that I
Go ahead.
share because of Dave Clutter once in a while. And I don't actually want to offend somebody whose family this might have to do with. But it had to do with an obituary, and it had to do with me saying something off camera, off mic, right before he went on the air. And then he lost it during the obit. And I felt really bad about that. But he'll tell you to this day that he still remembers that.
Pat, where are you living now?
I live in Waconia.
In Waconia.
Yep.
All right, thanks for coming today.
Thanks.
Pat Peterson. Wally Pickle. Ev? Okay. So let's start out, Daryl, let's start out with you. Again, alumni, were you at the station when it went on the air?
Yes, I was. I installed the equipment.
Okay. So what do you remember about getting things installed and first throwing the station on the air, throwing that switch and we went on?
Well, you know, our daughter is here, and at that time she wasn't quite 2 years old, and I think she's the one that pushed the button to turn it on.
Daryl, you used to do some air work occasionally too, didn't you?
Oh, I did quite a lot of air work. Wally, did I do any air work?
Yeah, that's right.
Daryl, I remember listening to you on Saturday mornings when I was staying at my grandma's place in Brownton.
Oh, really?
Yep. So I remember it I remember you playing How Much Is That Doggy in the Window?
Oh, yeah. That was probably on the birthday anniversary club.
That could be.
You did some disc jockey work too, a little bit, didn't you?
Yep.
Oh, I did.
Yep.
Yeah, quite a lot of it. Yeah.
All right.
I'm not a natural born disc jockey, but we know.
Well, no, that's well. Fill the bill.
Wally, how far do you go back with the station?
In 1953, our band started in 1950. So when the station started, it would have been 1953. We broadcast from there. Then anyhow, we had all 7 people. They had a piano in there. My wife was playing the piano.
I remember Wally and his band on the other side of the window there when we were broadcasting.
Wow, all right.
Al Tedesco used to say, Wally Pickles, star of stage, screen, and radar.
See, Daryl, so at the start, was it Al and Vic Tedesco both that were owners, right?
Yeah, Al was the majority stockholder, and Vic had something to do with it too.
Okay.
But I actually worked for the Tedescos for 2 years before we were there at Cloquet, WPLC in Cloquet.
Who was the first station manager?
Al Tedesco.
Al was himself. So was he around quite a while in Hutch or not?
Well, he was around for a few years. I can't remember just when he left. And then Heinz Rook was the manager. And I wish I had better memory so I could remember what years these were, but I can't.
Daryl, how young are you now?
I'm a young 87.
You're doing good. Doing good.
Thanks.
And Wally's just a pup too. Good to have both you guys here. Right. Pretty big crowd here. Lloyd Schmidt from Brownton is here.
Well, let's go and support some. I'll tell you what, maybe from the bathroom when John carried over here. I'll let you pick it up the first time I came up here, so let's go put my finger on it. Dinner shoulder through, Jan has to give it to you. Can't win it, getting out there. Dinner shoulder through, come on up here.
All the staff, and I think they're all out here today. A lot of good memorabilia here. The old wristwatch. All right, let's see what the food line's looking like here. Hot dogs galore. Joyce, Adam, Dale, Lester. There's Jim in the background. Food is going. Man, huh? Look at the crowd. Oh yeah, there's Leon Cleus from Broughton. Some of the Broughton ladies. Johnny Mons, your cheating heart.
Your cheating heart. What went on? Pick one there, buddy. We actually also want to send this around to a very friend of ours. I just found out the day passed away.
Dave.
On the radio. And then that's the old line. He was also over at BBC back then.
Your name again? Your first name, Jim?
Knudsen.
And your wife was Margaret, who worked at the radio station?
I'm known as Mr. Margaret Knudsen.
And tell
Anyhow.
us the story. Now, Margaret worked at the station roughly from when to when? Come on out here once. All right.
Margaret was the secretary of the fair board for a few years. And Roger Cable of Cable's Furniture stored furniture out there during off season, you know. So everybody was calling Roger Gabby Roger, and that was getting to him. So he asked Margaret one day at the fairgrounds if she would read his advertisement. So she did. And Heinz Fruck, he heard that. He says, I gotta have that girl. So she started in the radio. And she was there 8.5 years.
What years was she there? Do you remember? Roughly. Margaret
I want to
Knudsen.
say about 76.
And was she was news is what she did, or what else did she do there?
She was famous for the round table discussion.
Okay. Interviews on the air, talking with people.
Yes.
Okay.
And she was news director, you know. And she'd stop at the police station every day. They had some news. And I'll tell you this, and you won't broadcast it. One day, she stopped there, and the policeman says, hey, we had some big news last night. Viola, remember Viola? Right?
Yes, yes.
She called in, and she says, there's a peeping Tom looking into my windows. And another policeman in the other room heard that, and he hollers in, what's she complaining about? Wouldn't he come in?
Larry Graff there and his wife.
Another one also.
All right, here we go. We got, well, there's Mark Wodarczyk, Tim Benoit back there. Now, gentlemen, what's your name, young man?
Bill Arndt.
Bill, you were just telling us a little bit about that you're one of the early employees of the radio station. Tell us about that.
Unpaid early employee.
Well, it's okay. We like those.
I know you do. 1953, I was spotter for Heinz Fruck. First football game you broadcast, and it was played Minnetonka at the Excelsior Field.
So it was a road game.
Yep.
And did they have a phone line strung in? How'd they do the broadcast?
It was rebroadcast the next morning.
Ah, tape recorded it and replayed it.
Yep.
Very good.
And that was spotter, no bird's nest or anything. You just did it right on the field. Who won? Touched it.
Bill, you still involved in the Snowmobile Association and things like that?
Yes, I do.
Okay.
And I've been, let's say I broadcast the Winter Carnival races. I was official on that. Broadcast them back to KDUZ, I-500, Hutch races.
Bill, thanks for stopping by.
Over 20 years of doing snowmobile show.
Great. Thank you. Appreciate your being part of what we do.
Thank you. Thank you for being here. Good to see you.
Heinz Fruck, Larry Graff, there's Daryl Gander.
I'm looking for Wally Sylvester.
That's a good, yeah, I don't know. I'm assuming we maybe have a picture of him around, but
I can't even find a picture of him.
did you go down over there as well?
Yes, I've had a
Yeah,
We
I
know
don't.
what he looked like, but nobody else knows.
Some giveaways. About 3:34 in the afternoon.
We'll give Julie another couple of moments to show, and now we'll do the 100 Minnesota State Lottery scratch-off tickets.
Simpler way too. You just get a bag of marbles and you put them in your mouth. When you take one marble at a time, when you wash your marbles, you're in radio.
Grand prize time.
Shirley Youngjohn, is that pretty close? Shirley here? No. Well, Shirley! That's too bad because she was a winner.
Well, guess what? We can do it again.
Okay.
At a no-show. There's Jeremy Stender filming.
Gerald. Are we close on that one? You know, it's been a while since I lost my glasses. Gerald. Okay, Gerald lives at 545 East Highland Park Drive. Gerald, you here? Here he comes.
Hey, hey, we got a winner here, Mr. Pelkey.
All right. Thank you, Gerald.
Look at that. Pelkey.
There we go. Now we got it. 1500 value grand prize Super 2 Branson, Missouri, courtesy of Laverty's Travel in Little Falls. All right.